Yes. So, did you know that 34 million people worldwide are infected with human immunodeficiency virus? HIV, as we all know, causes AIDS. Now, today, biomedical research has advanced so much that we are able to sequence entire genomes. We are able to potentially clone animals. We can grow organs on a petri dish. But in spite of spending billions of dollars on HIV research and spending 30 years on research, we still do not have a cure for HIV. We are still not able to eliminate this virus. Why? Well, today I will try and explain why HIV is such a difficult virus to eliminate. Now, HIV essentially has two parts. So it has a genome, or the genetic material, which is enclosed within the protective protein coat. Now, the genome, or the genetic material, encodes for the surface epitopes, which means that it contains the information that is necessary to decide what the surface of the virus looks like. So let me make it more interesting for you. This is what the surface of your virus looks like. Okay? And now that we know what the surface of the virus looks like, you can easily design a drug which can identify this virus, recognize it, and kill it. I mean, sounds very straightforward. I mean, that's how drugs are designed for standard viruses. But in case of HIV, this is a problem, because what the HIV does is, when it replicates or when it makes an infection, it makes several copies of itself. And when it makes these copies, it introduces mutations, which simply means what it does is it has a bad copying mechanism. So it does not make exactly perfect copies of itself, but it introduces many changes in its genome. And when these changes accumulate, or when there are too many of these changes, what happens is the information changes. And this information, in turn, changes the surface of your virus. So it does not look like this anymore. It has a different face. So now your virus looks different. And this cannot be recognized by your drug, which you initially designed. So your drug cannot recognize this virus. And what you have is a drug-resistant version of your virus. And so what do you do next? You come up with a new drug, which recognizes these new surface patterns. But as you can see, you can intuitively see that this process continues. So when the virus is making more copies of itself, it introduces more changes. And in the process of introducing these more changes, it changes the surface. And again, and now you have a more dangerous version of your virus. And this, as you know, has no cure. So this has no cure, and this is exactly the problem why HIV does not have a cure, and we are not able to eliminate it so far. Thank you.